Marty,
Yes,
you
sir.
hearing Spence Crawford is a done deal or close to being done. November 19th is the date. How you feeling about that?
I feel great about it. I feel great about it because we're hearing things. And sometimes in boxing, you just need to hear things for the fans to be galvanized enough to believe that something in boxing is actually going to happen. So obviously, what we keep hearing is that both fighters, Spence and Bud, have agreed to the terms, whatever those terms are. Agreeing to terms verbally, writing, your John Hancock and your signature on the contract are two totally different things.
Okay, so I want to go into that. All right, so agreeing to terms, like a lot of fans, use the verbiage. Okay, sign the contract.
Yeah.
Y'all already agreed to terms before contracts ever even signed.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what is that called? That's a term sheet, right?
That could be a term sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and school them on that, because they used to be like, sign a contract like there's just a contract just out of the blue. Like, here, look this over.
Let me condense it and make it very simple for the average boxing fan. There are times a contract can be signed literally 2 or 3 days prior to a fight. 4 days prior to a fight. A week. I won't even go into detail, but I've had experiences where I've even seen contracts signed the day of the fight. So it's not about just verbally agreeing. There is a process involved in this. And it's okay, let's just hypothetically say Bud Crawford signed his portion of the contract and Errol Spence, he signed his portion of the contract. Don't you understand that the promoter still and the matchmaker, they still need time to build an entire card? It's not going to be just a Spence versus Crawford fight, and that's all we're going to see. This is going to be a blockbuster card on pay-per-view. So there's probably about 5, 6, possibly 7 other fights that have to be made, where other fighters have to make sure that they're at weight, they can agree to terms, or they have any management or representation. It's a lot that comes into this. It's not just signing a contract and boom, a fight, happens. There's a lot involved. And one of the things that's involved is the commission that basically facilitate the state where the fights are going to happen at. So, for example, let's say a manager is representing a fighter, right? And his fighter may have a possibility of fighting on this particular card on pay-per-view. Well, they got to find him an opponent, the matchmaker and the promoter. The promoter's going to pay the matchmaker. You got to find this guy a promoter. Find this female fighter a promoter. You know how hard it is to find opponents? It's not as simple as, we think. So even if they're saying it's on November 19th, right? Let's say it is. They still have to build a card. They still have to secure a venue. And there's a lot of different venues in Vegas. It's not just the T-Mobile Arena now. There's other venues in Vegas where they can have this at. And who said it was going to be in Vegas? This is just hearsay. We don't know where it's going to be at. So